We need to find your seats. We need to stop talking for now. Find your seats. Everybody, shh. Everybody, find your seats. Here we go. Got a quick announcement. I can't see. The lights up here are blinding me. What happened? Oh, a purse. It's called a man purse. Yes, thank you for noticing. Yes, I have a man purse. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to quiet down and find our seats. If you're talking, stop talking. Find your seats. Here we go. If you are next to someone who's talking, pull their ear and tell them to sit down. Everybody, stop talking, find your seats. We got to kick this off. You're going to have more time to network once we're done, but we got to find our seats and stop talking. By the way, Glenn Ledwell, you're doing a fantastic job as a cruise director, bro. Hey, put your hands together for Glenn's cruise directing. Is that brilliant or what? He's using his soft voice. When I heard that, I'm like, holy crap, that's Glenn Ledwell on a soft voice. Everybody take pictures. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I got a quick announcement. 2 of you left your sail and sign card. I used it and it worked.
Stage light.
For some extra stuff. Anthony Messina and Kimberly Crow.
Stage lighting.
And Kimberly Crow, the Angels have your sail and sign card. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep it down. It's time to get serious here. Here we go. Here we go. So I saw a lot of return cruisers. I saw a lot of new cruisers. It's good to see all of your faces here. And just one more time to make everyone pay attention. Who's ready for the best Marketers Cruise yet? Put your hands together if that's you. Wow. I'm super excited. Well, we're going to kick it off. And in order to do so, we're going to bring up the man who helps coordinate all the details to put this amazing event on for 17 years in a row. And it's the one and only Captain Lou. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Captain Lou. He needs to hear more than that. I can't hear you. Put your hands together.
Oh wow, they gave us the main stage. Oh my goodness. Are you guys gonna help me overcome my shyness? What happened? You know, we started this off. By the way, give it up for Tom Beal, Mr. St. Thomas Beal, ladies and gentlemen. So we started this whole shebang as a group of entrepreneurial friends 17 years ago with maybe 38 or 42 people. And then I met someone named Mike Filsane who said, Captain Lou, we can make this real big, but we gotta make it affordable and we gotta make it a no-selling event. Because there's a time and a place for everything, like seminars and conferences and coaching programs and masterminds. But what about a mastermind vacation at sea with like-minded souls who share similar goals? What about a week of networking and schmoozing while Caribbean cruising? Where profitable deals are done while on vacation and having fun. Well, he didn't say all those exact rhymes. I'll take credit for that, but I'll give him credit for everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, co-founder, my great friend and partner for the longest running marketing event that I've ever heard of, 17 years in a row. Thanks to you, thanks to our amazing affiliate partners, and starting with thanks to the grand, high, exalted, mystic ruler of marketing, the Emir Sultan of product launches, software, and more, Mr. Mike Filsane.
Hey everybody, welcome and welcome back to the Marketers Cruise. Boy, oh boy. You know, one of the things Lou didn't tell you is how dire it was after COVID. We almost lost this thing. Like we billed every single year. Actually, Lou, it was 9 couples the first time. It was just 18 people, and then the second year was my I5 Gold Mastermind with about 68. And then I had approached Lou and I said, hey, I think we're onto something special. As he was saying, I said, why don't I bought the domain marketerscruise.com. Why don't we do this thing and let's experiment? And man, oh man, did we get some lousy advice from people that we never took. Some people were like, you're charging too little. You should charge $29.97 and make it a 3-day cruise. Well, I was on one of those. And you spent 3 days in a small room with speakers coming up and saying for the first 10 people to the back of the stage and all that, and they were just, look, there's a place and a time for selling. We do it on webinars. But man, I'm seeing people out on the Lido deck, and I was, hey, look over there. How you doing? Good to see you, Joel. I didn't even know you were coming this year. Hello. Seeing friends and family here. So we said we're not gonna monetize this like that. Obviously, Lou is in special arrangements at sea. He does this, and that's why I partnered with him. And I think we mark it up, Lou, about $100 to pay for the T-shirts and all those different things.
Couple of $100, and most of that goes back into the event production, right?
And so, sure enough, yeah, it went from the next year 225, then 280, then 300, then all the way up to our second biggest year ever after what happened with COVID. On the most beautiful boat that we've ever been on. This is a nice ship, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. So
yeah, this is the newest, biggest, most modern ship we've ever been on, right? And you've got the IMAX and the 3D movies and the...
Even this room, quite amazing. And by the way, in case you haven't been able to find the disco, this is also the disco late at night. So yeah, so you can imagine the production with a nice bar, this big dance floor. It's going to be really nice. But let me get ready to turn it back over to Lou. I just want to leave you just with a couple of things that we've seen over the last 17 years now. We have seen people come on this ship, Paul Hoffman and Hillary. Paul, I said, hey, you got to come on this cruise. He says, no, I'm not a cruiser. That's not for me. And then one day it was leaving out of LA. I said, hey, what's your excuse? He comes on the cruise. There was a girl that came from, where's Hillary from? Somewhere in Europe. Hillary and Paul Hoffman. Yeah, Switzerland, somebody said? Yeah, and they met, fell in love on the cruise. Tomorrow we're going to be doing something called, what's that?
Wait, that's Tatiana, who hasn't been with us for 10 years.
No, she's back.
She's back.
Tomorrow we're going to be doing something Lou will tell you about called your 30-second intros.
Wait. You mentioned about people that fall in love on the cruise. We've also had some divorces on the cruise and big breakups. someone also almost went overboard. Okay, wait. But there are 2 people that got engaged. No, you want to tell me?
Hashtag truth. We only talk about the good.
No, but how about the most famous engagement on this cruise, on the market?
Yes. That's right. I was thinking, whose? That was me. I got engaged right on the stage on the Marketer's Cruise. And I got married the following year in front of all of you on the Marketer's Cruise. All right, so let me get ready to turn this back over to you. Here's what I want to tell you. At a 30-second intro, there was a guy named Chip. He's an attorney. And he gets up and he says, I've got this software called FTC Guardian. And what it does is it puts your terms of service on every site, automatically updates, doesn't matter what state, what country you're in. It takes care of your privacy policy, your affiliate policy, all these different things. The only thing is, I'm an attorney, I'm not a marketer. I'm looking for somebody in this room that can help me market it. Alan Cutts goes, I'll do it. And they turn that into a multi-7-figure business within the next 12 months. So what I want to let you, one more thing. Let me know, right? You've been at an event. We all go to events, and this is typically what happens. The speaker ends, we go outside, we're talking kind of like we are like this, and somebody comes around and goes, excuse me, folks, if you can please get back inside the room. We have the next speaker starting, and you have like 10, 15 minutes to network with people, and you're saying, hey, here's my card, and you get back home with like 15 cards, right? And you're like, you know, and how do I even make any connections with these people? You just really exchange business cards. It's going to be very different here on this cruise. So I always joke, Lou reminded me to tell everybody, this isn't a place necessarily for business cards. If you came here with flyers, I highly advise you leave them in the room. You don't want to be that person. We joke, if we walk into a session that starts at 7 and your flyer is on every single seat, we find you and we throw you overboard. Right? What we want you to do is realize what's going to happen is you're going to say, I got to meet that person, I got to meet that person. You're going to follow them, you're going to step into dinner, you're going to wait, they're going to be talking, you're going to look over to your right and say, hi, how are you? That might be your next business partner. You're going to have 3 to 5 life-changing connections that are going to happen on this cruise. Yes. There's an expression, whatever persists will resist. If you push, you chase a dog, it will run. You leave it alone, it finally comes back home. Just let it come to you and you're going to have an incredible, incredible time. With that said, I think you're going to have an amazing 8 days. Wait till you see what happens. You're already a great crowd already. Wait till you see what a family we're going to become by the 3rd or 4th day when we get our suntans. We've been on the islands, we've had our pina coladas, and then by the 8th day, it's all a bunch of tears and people can't believe we have to wait another year to meet. So with that said, I'm going to turn it back over to my incredible partner. Please give it up one more time for Captain Lou.
Mike, don't I get a hug? Oh, he had to throw in the kiss. Thank God there was no tongue. All right. Yeah, later we'll have a special upsell session for those that want to be tongued by Mike Filsaime. No, we won't do that. We will not do that. So, yes, I'm very, very blessed to be doing this. I showed up, you know, as I was a blind man selling window treatments in the 5 boroughs of New York City. There wasn't anything called the internet or Google or webinars, and I show up at an internet marketing seminar in 2003, and somebody says, hey, can we do a JV? And I said, JV? I didn't even know the term, JV. And she's screaming across the room, a joint venture, a joint venture. But I didn't hear the second word. I thought she wanted to smoke a joint with me in the bathroom. And she says, I'll take you to lunch. So, free lunch, okay, let me hear the offer. And she says, this kind of an event that we're having here in this conference, this seminar weekend, it's too rushed. Like Mike said, 3 or 4 days just don't work. And by the way, folks, never take advice from people whose lives you wouldn't want to have, right? I also learned something else over the years. Go where you're celebrated, not merely tolerated. Both in business and in your personal life, am I right? Life is just too freaking short. So she says, can we do this kind of networking, mastermind, brainstorming, joint ventures, learning on like a luxury cruise ship on the Lido deck, sitting in a jacuzzi at sunset, sipping a pina colada and making friends in a natural, organic way instead of this whole late night at the bar at a stuffy hotel conference room. Captain Lou, can you set that up for us? And this is before Mike and Tom came into my life. And having never in my life done even a small family group on a cruise ship, and just being in the travel industry for about 3 minutes, I looked this woman straight in the eye and I said, a seminar at sea? A conference on a cruise ship? Sure, I can help you with that. And yeah, right? And you know, right? And then I leaned in and I said, in fact, that's my specialty. Now this isn't exactly fake it till you make it. It's acting as if. It's acting as if. So a lot of things have to do with, you know, perspiration, preparation. Is it mindset or is it skill set? Maybe a little bit of both. Is it, what's more important, guys? Confidence or competence? Yeah, who said competence? Confidence is the right answer because I didn't know anything. Who am I? I'm an 8th grade dropout that's never seen the inside of a high school, and here I am at an internet marketing seminar, and people are telling me that I can speak on stages of the world and produce big events on cruise ships. Okay, that sounds good. Why not give it a shot? So with all the confidence in the world, competence will come after that. Does that make sense? Okay. But anyway, getting back to the event that we're at today, I want to give you a little bit of inspiration to follow up on the whole mindset thing. And for that, I want to bring back Mr. Tom Beal.
All right. Thank you, Captain Lou. Thank you. So, who recognized your bag was delivered to your door? Your suitcase was delivered, right? Here we are on day 1. I guarantee it will flash like this. And next thing you know, we'll be packing up on the last day. Who understands life kind of goes by like that? Years are going by fast, decades are going by fast. This week is going to go by fast. But similar to what Mike and Captain Lou just shared, I'm going to share this with you, that a lot of people ask me, well, what do I say and how do I act and what do I do? Here's a saying that I came up with that I'll share with you that just allow it to flow. And here's the saying that I've created. It's called, I am me, F you. I am me, F you. Now, F you is what you think it is, but it also means fully and unapologetically. All I would suggest for you to be is you, fully and unapologetically. Who understands that? Yeah. When you just be you, fully and unapologetically, guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract some people, and you're going to repel some people. Not everybody in here is a perfect joint venture for you. Do you understand that? Your goal isn't to meet everybody here. Your goal is to say, just like Mike and Captain Lou said, wow, what if in this audience there is that one contact that when I meet them, they will resonate with me, I'll resonate with them, and holy cow, joint ventures can occur. Marriages, we heard marriages. like it's amazing what can happen here. So just, if you could, be you fully and unapologetically, and just let it flow. Just trust that it's going to unfold perfectly. Who's ever done that in your life? Where you're just like, you know what, I'm going to stop pushing my agenda, and I'm going to be me, fully and unapologetically, and I know that the right person is going to be brought to me. And so when you're doing that, and as you tap into the events that we have coming up, as you heard, there's the 30-second intro. I would encourage you to practice your 30-second intro. It's a long time if you practice, but if you haven't practiced, who knows, it could be a lot of stumbling. Yep. Right? If it's your first time, 30 seconds is going to go like that. If you've rehearsed it 10, 20, 30 times, it's going to be a long time. So I would highly recommend you rehearse in front of the mirror, in front of the partner, your 30-second introduction. And you want to be memorable. You want to have something that's going to grab someone in the audience's attention. When they hear your 30 seconds, that's the person I want to meet. And you'll hear the format, and it's like, I'm on page, I didn't look at the book, I'm not sure what page I'm on, but I'm on page 22. My name's Tom Beal, I'm on page 22. I don't know if that's a page or not, but you get what I'm saying. So when I'm in the audience and listening to the 30-second intros, I'm going to put an asterisk, I'm going to circle it, or bend the page back. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be in the room, A. Who's here committed to being here and participating full out this whole thing? If you're out of the room, you miss it. Right? So I would encourage you to be at all of the sessions and participate fully in them, and also listen intently, because you're going to hear someone that's going to be like, whoa, that's exactly who I need. Just like Mike shared the example of the attorney and the marketer. You're going to hear that, ooh, I want to know what that person has to say. And then you bend the page, and you don't force it, you just trust it's going to unfold all perfectly. And just to recap, there's been over $500 million worth of business created from the 16 annual Marketers Cruises. Who wants to make that another $500 million in here? Put your hands together if that's going to be right. This is a lot of potential here. And in that, it just requires you being you, fully and unapologetically, participating, going all in, and trusting that it's going to unfold exactly. We're going to go into a whole bunch of the details and all this fun stuff, but Lou's going to talk about how on the first night tonight we have our designated tables that we sit at, and then after that it's open tables. We have the ability to sit with people that we want to sit with. And so similarly, don't push that, don't chase people and hound them, but just know that, hey, I would love to have a dinner with you. Like, if it's open tomorrow, that'd be great, or the next day, and schedule it and let it flow as it will. And I'm saying that because I've said, yeah, let's do that, let's have dinner tomorrow, and then something else comes up, like, oh, hey, I'm sorry, something else came up, and then you catch back up with that person. Does that make sense? So just trust that it's all going to work out perfectly. And also trust that before you know it, we're going to be at the end of this cruise. And what I want for each and every one of you is at the end of this cruise, say, this was the most profitable, exciting, and amazing event I've ever attended. If that's what you want, put your hands together and let me hear it. Who's ready to make this the most profitable, exciting, amazing event you've ever attended? I'm ready for that, and I know you all are. I see your smiles, I see your heart, I feel your heart. This is going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you as is meant to be. And also, guess what? Who knows? Stuff's going to happen. Things aren't going to go perfectly. Everyone understands stuff happens?
Ship happens.
Shit happens. So I and Mike and Lou are going to ask for forgiveness right off the bat because stuff is going to happen. Who's ever hosted an event? You know things go wrong. Well, there's a lot of things that Lou and the Angels are in control of, but there's a lot of stuff that's just going to go awry. And who knows, there's going to be stuff personally. Each of you might have phone calls or messages from home like, oh crap, stuff hit the fan, right? Stuff's going to happen. Just trust, one step at a time, this too shall pass. Just trust that one step at a time, you'll make it through any of the chaos, any of the craziness to get from where you are to where you want to be. And I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you as is meant to be and conversing and having some conversation and possibly some joint ventures. There's a lot of cool things, by the way, that I have going on that I'm excited to share with some of the right people. And John Adams right there, second president of the United States in the house, John Adams. All right, and so there's more motivation.
He's still alive.
I know, right? He's awesome. So he's got a new knee, by the way, too. So he's nimble as can be. So bottom line is, we're going to have a blast. It's going to unfold amazingly. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars of deals made. There's going to be millions of dollars of deals made, possibly tens of millions of dollars of deals made right here on the 17th Annual Marketers Cruise. I'm excited that you're here. Lou's excited you're here. Captain Lou's excited. Michael Sane's excited. Who else is excited that you're here on the 17th Annual Marketers Cruise? Let's make this happen. Captain, I'm going to pass it back to you, my friend. This is the best one yet. I can tell. This is the best one.
I think it's the best room.
Yeah,
But you mean it's the best people?
the best people yet.
In the best room.
People yet, yes.
Tom, don't I get a hug? The amazing Tom Beal. Hey Tom, before the internet and before internet marketing, I heard about this joint venture where dry cleaners opened up next door to a pizzeria and they wanted to help each other out, so he put a sign in the dry cleaners put a sign in the window that said, drop your pants here and get a piece next door. I'm being booed by the ladies and cheered by the men. How many of you can tell I'm a frustrated would-be stand-up comedian, right? Later on in the week, I'll tell you about 33 years ago when somebody opened up for me on my one appearance, one night only on Comic Strip Live on 2nd Avenue in New York City. I was probably in my 20s, and this kid was just so eager to this is the opening act for me on my one night only at the Comic Strip Live. I kind of bribed my way in there. I filled the room and got them to buy drinks so they let me have the stage. But the person, I can say, opened up for me that was sweating like a pig and pacing back and forth and said, Lou, you don't know how important this is to me. I really want to make a career of this. I really want to win at this. I'm practicing my stuff. You don't seem nervous at all. You're just hanging out and having a pizza. And how come you're not nervous? I said, I don't know. Have you ever done this before? No. Never did. He said, I'm a nervous wreck. I said, it'll be great, it'll be fine. I'll root you on, you'll root me on. That person, that young man, I said, what's your name? He said, Chris. My name is Chris Rock. And so I can honestly say that Chris Rock opened up for me 35 years ago. That's a pretty cool story, right? Now this year we've got not attendees, not cruisers, but participants that play full out, like Tom and Mike said, from 14 countries around the world. Wow! How many of you are here from a country? And yes, Brooklyn does qualify as a country. And then there was, so the person who just booked 3 days ago, one of those last minute canceled cabins from Auckland, New Zealand, did you get here? Is our, no. Oh my, stand up. Stand up. Oh my God, well, hold on a minute. We have people here from Australia, from England, from Japan, from Singapore, from Central America, and these people just booked like a minute ago, and Tana and Sandra are here all the way from Auckland, New Zealand. Did you just hire a private jet, or do you own one?
No, we're at our beach house at a beach. I was watching Mike's video, saw an email for the stateroom, jumped into it. We got into New York on Thursday night, 15-hour flight.
15-hour flight to New York on Thursday night.
We came here yesterday.
Is that amazing? And then there's the guy that called Captain Ed Carroll at my office several times, many emails, and said, when you get a cruise that's going closer to where I live, I will come on the Marketers Cruise. Well, where do you live? Tampa, Florida. All right, we'll let you know when we sail out of Tampa. We've got you on our list. Can you imagine that? So mindset is everything. Everything. We've got this year the second largest Marketers Cruise participants of all time. Our record was 458. We're at 453. I think a few didn't make it, so maybe we're a little under 450. And that's not because of Mike Fulsame or Tom Beal or Captain Lou. It's all because of you. And this is not our Marketers Cruise. As you'll see the rest of the week, this is your Marketers Cruise. And it truly takes a village. And we are so grateful that you've decided to make the trip, make the commitment, take your time to be here and play full out. Now, I do have to get through some housekeeping announcements. So I would like to, first of all, say, how many of you have met our Marketers Cruise angels on the way in today?
Where's Angel? Is that Angel?
Gina, Yvette, Sancia, and Crystal, can you just come up here and wave to everybody? And just, so if somebody's taking pictures.
Here's the angels.
You're on it.
And one without the wings.
The lovely and beautiful angels. And you can find them each day. There you go. And there's a picture. See, and I'm looming large in the background here. Hold on. Okay. So the Marketers Cruise Angels will be at the Extreme Hospitality Desk about 30 minutes before each of our events. And we all have a saying, thank you, Angels. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angels.
We have a saying on the Marketers Cruise, what happens next is? Everything. Because the love is in the details. But we're only as strong as our weakest link, and we know that a number of you did not get the right bags or a bag in your cabin. That was left up to the ship's crew. It's on vacation day. Hopefully those bags are somewhere. And we have a lot of last minute changes, so we have to swap out badges, and maybe someone has a t-shirt size that's too small or too large. So tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m., if you need the Angels' assistance in getting the right badge and getting the right t-shirt and finding, by the way, you guys know that besides the printed physical directory, you can download the digital directory that's now been put online at marketerscruise.com/directory. And you'll get a constant evergreen updated version of the directory. How many of you were pretty impressed by what you saw when you skimmed through the directory today? Again, thank you all for that great participation. Now, in the back, near the bar, we have a trolley and a crew member, and I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but you look like a lovely person with the trolley. Is that you? Okay, and you have a sign-up sheet or an iPad or something like that for the alternate restaurants for the rest of the week. And some people have been asking my office, what if we're in this meeting and everyone else on the ship, because there are 4,000 people with us and we're 450, and what if the restaurants get filled up and we get shut out? So that's why we have a lovely staff member from Carnival that on your way out today, you can sign up for one of the alternate restaurants, like the steakhouse, the hibachi, the El Capitano Italian restaurant, sushi, and I think there's one other, right? Am I missing one? So we have the preferred suggested nights in your directory if you want to mingle with your marketers cruisers, and you don't have to eat every night in our main dining room. The main dining room is included. There's no upcharge, and the food is wonderful. So I want to explain a little bit about how that works tonight. As Mike said, there is a table number on your sail and sign card. And you go to that table, which was set at random by Carnival, just so that we don't have mass chaos at 8:15 tonight. What time? 8:15. And what's our dining room? The Reflections dining room. There's actually another main dining room. So we're in the Reflections dining room. All the information is on the back of your badge and in your directory. So what I would suggest is getting there on time, go to the tables that has been assigned, but tomorrow, like Mike said, and Tom said, mingle. Don't be a clique for the whole week. Meet new people. It could be your next 7 or even 8-figure joint venture story to be telling from this stage. So that's what's happening with the dining. There are many alternate restaurants. There's 20 venues to eat in around the ship. There's entertainment, there's shows. Make sure that you avail yourself of everything the ship has to offer. How many of you have downloaded the Carnival Hub app? Okay, and there you can make reservations as well. And do they still have this available in the cabins? Okay, so somewhere you can find a daily copy of the Carnival Fun Times, which tells you everything that Carnival is doing. And of course, we have everything that we're doing on the back of your name badge. Of all the swag, the t-shirts, we have did everyone see the new t-shirts we have? What do you think? Where's Jennifer Nelson? She's the sponsor of this year's t-shirts. You love it? Where are you, Jennifer? Stand up. So, Jennifer did the design for the t-shirts, and I'm sure many of you that run events will want her services, no doubt. So, there are t-shirts, there are directories, there are name badges. You're not going to be walking around with swag for the entire week. And you probably want to wear the name badges, especially to our kickoff meetings, like tomorrow in the Limelight Lounge. Not here, but in the Limelight Lounge, which is somewhere on this deck. And what you want to do is, at all times, wear your VIP wristband. It's how the ship staff know that you're part of our group, and it's how we can subtly recognize each other in our little sea of 453. So this is waterproof, you can shower in it. Please wear your wristband even when you don't have any other identifying Marketers Cruise materials. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, there's one more important thing that you need to bring tomorrow morning when you do your 30-second elevator speech, your audio logo, your intro, and that is the printed directory. You could, if you don't have it, we may have not had enough. I think we actually have extras. So we're going to bring down, the angels are going to bring down tomorrow morning extra directories. If somebody doesn't have a tote bag or it's missing, they'll swap it out. If somebody has any badge problems or issues, the angels will take care of you. But you want to bring down your directory so that when others are introducing themselves and referring to their page in the directory, you can flip to that page, make notes in the margins of who you might have a synergistic relationship with and want to get to know better. Does that make sense? And from just that alone, million-dollar deals have been done over and over again. It has to happen naturally, like Mike and Tom says, but bring your directory, bring your name badge, always wear your wristband. Everything that we do all week long here in terms of the sessions is optional. The only thing required is that you have fun. Can we get that in agreement? Show of hands, who wants to have fun? Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, we have about 15 minutes left before we have to clear the room. Any questions about what's to come on the Marketers Cruise? Wait 1 second. So right, so we have, where's Lady in Red? Where's Lady in Red? So, yes, my bad. She's been with us for how many years now? 10 years. By the way, so Andrea is our fantastic photographer. If you want to have pictures done in small groups, professional photos, she'll help take the group photo. We have a group photo session coming up later in the week. If you follow the schedule, you'll wear your t-shirts.
30 minutes early.
Right. So Andrea, you'll see her out and about catching candid photos and pose photos, and she'll be at dinner with us and on the excursions and everything. So let's hear it for Andrea, Lady in Red. Now, how many of you have heard that we're having a little theme party later in the week, late night, out on deck, our own Marketers Cruise costume karaoke? This was an idea born from Mike and Donna. Where's Donna? There's Donna. One of the original co-founders, the lovely Donna Fox. And so last year, we had like a weird theme. It was tacky tourist or something like that?
Yeah, that's the rest of the ship.
Oh, wait, you didn't hear what Mike said. This is so funny.
Last year, Lou made the theme tacky tourist. I said, great, we're gonna look like everybody else on the ship. Sorry.
That's not nice. What elitists we are. You know. How dare we be in a meritocracy? Okay, so, wait a minute. So, right. Wait a minute, somebody rewind me. What was I just talking about?
The theme.
Oh, the theme, this year's theme. So, I think, we were all talking and we were all huddling, and Mike might have said, why don't we do movie stars? Or maybe I said that, and then Mike said, what about TV stars? And then Donna said, why don't we make it more interpretive and more just bigger and something that really evokes what the Marketers Cruise is all about? What about fame and fortune? And the first thing Mike said was love it. So this year's theme is fame and fortune. What does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean to you? So let me ask you, how many of you have actually brought a costume for the fame and fortune party?
Woo!
I see more people on this side. How many of you have brought a costume for fame and fortune? Okay. And how many of you are actually going to sing karaoke late at night in your costume? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know.
Is there an award?
I don't know if I'm going to do that because, you know, I don't drink, but I'm considering starting. Because, you know, it's a fun party. We've run some pretty fun parties here before, haven't we? So that's happening. I don't know. Look at the schedule. Let's see. When is that happening? There's a lot of things happening. Wow. Okay. What have I missed? I know I have people are going to be grabbing me and asking questions. Any other questions about how things go? Oh, wait a minute. We got to talk about Monday. We got to talk about Monday in the Group Leaders Showcase. This year, now how do you become a group leader? It's a level playing field. It's not the old boys network anymore, right guys? So, we've been accused, come on out, both of you, come on out here with me. Grab a microphone. We've been accused, I don't know if fairly or unfairly, you know, you guys, it's an old boys network, all the heavy hitters, the whales, the A-listers, and you know, the little guy can never get a break. And us women, when are we going to be brought on stage to do 15 minutes of fame? We'll be part of the Group Leader Showcase. And we said, wait a minute, it's a level.
The women always take over. The women always take over.
Well, it all started, I got to give the shout out to the lady leaders here because it started with, who was our first female leader in the Group Leader Showcase? Let me see. No, who was it? No, does anybody know who our first female leader in the...
Donna.
Forbes Riley is correct. Forbes Riley is correct. And last year, Virginia, where's Virginia Moose Skis?
Moose skis.
Moose Skis. Where?
Moose skis.
Moose Skis.
There she is, in the back. There she is in the back. It's hard to see up here, by the way. There you are.
So I've been calling her Muzz Quiz, but now we learned that it's pronounced Mooskies. So Virginia, love you. So Virginia comes on and knocks it out of the park with her presentation last night. Right?
So Lou, how did she get on stage to give that presentation?
Can you remind me? Am I supposed to remember everything?
Lou, why don't you tell them how that came to be?
So the way she got on, thanks for that, because that's the important part here. That's the important stuff.
That's exactly why you called me up here.
Yeah, to reel me in, right. So, okay. We said, when you bring, not if, but when you bring 10 cabins, 20 additional people from your tribe, from your audience, from your sphere of influence, we'll give you 30 minutes in the Group Leader Showcase to speak on a topic of your expertise, no selling, pure content, and in front of not just your people, but on the grand stage in front of all 450. And if you bring us 5 cabins, 10 people, we'll still give you a 15 minutes of fame slot. So how many of you strong female leaders said this year, we're stepping up and we're delivering to be group leaders? Right? Join the class. Danella, right? Many, many, many. Where's Emily Letran, and the list goes on and on. And they will all be here, not on this stage, but at the Limelight Lounge, which is still a pretty big stage, on Monday from 9:30 to 1, I'm sorry, 9:30 to 12:30, and from 2 to 5. We have so many fantastic group leaders presenting. It's the only day that we have speakers. The rest of the week, guess who the speakers are? You. So, can you guys just give them a little bit of advice, I think, about maybe staying the whole time and being respectful, so even for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do that and turn it back to you. Yeah, so picture this. It's a large room, right? It is, and this is one of our biggest yet. So tomorrow, who's excited to give you a 30-second intro, honestly, right? I asked that question for a reason, right? Out of respect, if you want to give it, you want everybody in the room, you have a value to give. There's 2 things you're going to be saying. Here's what I need and here's how I can help you. 2 ways, that's just not really cool, right? The 2 ways to be not cool is to be the first person in the room so that you could run on the microphone, say who you are, and get out on the Lido deck so you can go to the spa. Would that be fair? Because then you get, right? Not fair, right? You got to say to everybody who you are, and then you didn't stay to listen to anybody else. Next is the person that decides to do all those things first and shows up at the last minute, waits, checks in, there's still a line of 10 people, and at the last minute, runs on and is the last person in the room and says it, but they weren't here for anybody else. Yeah. So out of respect, right? If you're the person that wants everybody to hear you, put that in the universe to listen to everybody else when they're giving their presentation. What's going to happen, like anything else, it's going to be, hey, I do this, that's great. And then every 4 or 5 people, and you hear it every now and then, 5 or 6 people go in the room. What page were you on? What, and your name? And then they look and they circle and they tear the page and they make sure to meet you. Because there's going to be people that say, I need help with this, and you're just going to be dying to help them. And there's going to be people that say, who wants to get on, stages, all over the world, right? And that type of stuff. So you're going to have lots of different people to help. So that would be my tip about that day. Tom, why don't you give tips on the other sessions on how they can get the most out?
And also, if anybody needs a bio break, we don't do intermissions in our sessions. We're all adults, or at least some of us are. And so you just, if you need a bio break.
And there's no sitting either. We do it like Tony Robbins. We stand the whole time.
No.
All right, I will add another thing on what Mike said. Selfishly. Who knows selfish is a good word? You want to be in the room listening to everyone for your selfish reasons. Who knows you're 1 contact away from 10x in your results. If you're not in the room, you'll miss that person who could have 10x your results. And I'm looking at several in here that can help you do that. So selfishly, you want to be here to not just fulfill it out of respect, but selfishly, it's in it for you. What's in it for me is the radio station we all tune into. What's in it for you?
WIIFM.
WIIFM. What's in it for me? what's in it for you is to be here in the seat and being up here participating, giving it your all, because that goes back to what I also said about rehearsing. So Mike, what was the other session you wanted me to talk about?
Well, you know, we have the cool tools and resources.
Oh,
we
cool
have
tools
your,
and
your biggest.
We have the burning questions,
yeah.
and breakthroughs.
Cool. Oh, who's ever been at the cool tools and resources from previous marketers cruises? Who knows that can be one of the most beneficial times as well. So you want to be here participating in that, and we're going to get all the rules in when we get into that session and all the other sessions of how to do it. But what you don't want to do is to get up here and list, okay, I got 10 things that are going to, you don't list 10 in a row. You get up, you show one cool tool, and you exit, and then you circle back if you have more cool tools. But the bottom line is just to play full out, give it your all, and also out of your selfishness, be in here listening, because what's in it for you is to, if you miss it, you can't get it. And then also participate. All right, now what do we got?
I think that's it. We're going to turn it back over to Captain Lou and let these people get their next drink. Right.
So you've heard me. Let's hear it again for Mike and Tom. So I can't stress this enough, and you've heard me say this before, and I have to say it again. I've built my seven-figure business from out of nothing because I try to listen more than I've spoken, maybe not tonight. But, you know, I say, be genuine, be your authentic self, but also share, don't scare, tell, don't sell, pull people towards you, don't push them away. I think it was Richard K. Where are you, Richard? Richard and his beautiful new wife, Angel. He's got his own angel. He said to me, because people said, what is this whole thing, no selling? How are millions and millions of dollars made on the marketer's cruise if we're not allowed to sell? So are some of you thinking that right now? It's a no selling event, but yet there's like $500 million in deals? Is anybody thinking about that? Or you've already figured it out? Now what Richard said to me is a great line. He says, I'm not here to sell you anything, but I can't stop you from buying. I'm not here to sell you next year's marketer's cruise, but 33 cabins, 66 people already found the secret link and have signed up. When you've got something really good and you're really proud of, and they know, like, and trust you, people will beat down your door to want to do business with you, am I right? So you don't have to chase anyone down the hall to sell them your widgets. They should be chasing you to partner with you for larger distribution online and around the world. Does that make sense? So let's be a blessing in each other's lives this week. Try to think about paying it forward, helping each other. At the end of the week, we're going to ask each and every one of you to vote for your peers. These are your peers, not your customers. Your peers, not your prospects. So we're going to ask you to vote, not only for best presentation and things like that, but for the Heart of Gold Award. How many of you here have won the Heart of Gold Award before on the Marketer's Cruise? Andrea, do we have, who else? Stand up. The people that have been voted Hearts of Gold Forever, please stand up. Sharon, Tony, Andrea, who's back there? Iman, who's speaking in the group leader showcase. I have my own Heart of Gold with me. You get a forever Heart of Gold. My better half, Phyllis. Thank you. You know, and the mother hand of the marketers. But later on in the week, we're going to ask you to vote. Who was not just the most congenial, but contributed and was the most helpful and shared openly, wanting you to succeed without you having to run to them and say, can I pick your brain for a minute? By the way, nobody here is a newbie. You might be new to the Marketer's Cruise, but you're not newbies. You know what you are instead of a newbie? If there are any here, you're a future success story. Does that make sense? I'm just a newbie and I don't know if I could ever do a webinar or build a list or speak on stages or write a book. I'm just a newbie. I don't know about any of this. Well, neither did Captain Lou. But I said I can, right? And I did. So if you come from a place of abundance, an open heart, open arms, the world will open up to you. And this is not just woo-woo Tony Robbins talk. I've lived it, I've seen it. And do you guys believe that maybe what I'm saying is true? Okay, that's it. We are just about out of time. Dinner tonight is at 8:15 in the Reflections Dining Room. Let's all have a wonderful evening, explore the ship, get your sea legs. Tomorrow morning, be here at 9, not here, be at the Limelight Lounge at 9:30 if you either want a great seat or you have issues that you need the angels to help you with. Does that make sense? Okay. Love you guys the most, to say the least, and thank you for being part of the Marketers Cruise.
So that ends the first night at the Marketer Cruise 17th anniversary. Everybody, can you grab my charger?